Hello all, welcome to the lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss a very important statement that has been come up by Supreme Court, and it is all more relevant to understand this statement. Supreme Court has said that setting up of pilot courts with retired judges for check bounce case would happen in 5 states which are having the highest pendency of the cases. So pendency is always one issue that we have to face for, and this statement has become all more relevant. So this is a very big statement that has come up from Supreme Court. Now this statement has a clear stated aim, and the aim over here is to reduce the pendency of check bounce cases. So there are a lot of check bouncers cases in the country, and some of the states are having the highest number of check bounce cases. So under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, the Supreme Court ordered the establishment of these pilot courts. And these pilot courts, that one thing we have to know over here, that they will be presided by the retired judges. Yes, so the retired judges in the 5 districts of 5 states which have the highest pendency, in the 5 states that have been named are Maharashtra, it is Rajasthan, it is Gujarat, Delhi and UP. So there was a bench that comprised of Justice L. Nageshwar Rao and B.R. Gawai and S. Ravindra Bhatt. They said that it has accepted suggestions made by senior advocate Siddharth Luthra on the establishment of the pilot courts. So basically the aim is to that we have to reduce the pendency of the cases, and check bounce cases is not just a normal issue. So the Supreme Court bench passed the verdict after the apex court took moto cognizance of the humongous pendency of the check bounce cases in March 2020. And if I look at the pendency of the cases and take it in some of the whole of the content, so pendency of the cases is not just related to the check issue but other issues also, and we have always been concerned of the pendency in the judiciary, because justice delayed is justice denied. So very good step it is that something that has been taken in this regard, that check bounce cases will be taken by the retired judges in these 5 states which are having a humongous pendency of the check bounce cases. So if I talk about the caseload and spike in other caseloads that have happened over the time period, and COVID-19 pandemic had impacted virtually every aspect of socio-economic political setup in India. And if I talk about judiciary, it has not been immune to it. So courts have not worked with the full caseload since March 2020, right? So many cases when lockdown happened, there were already around crores of cases, and the number of crores, if I talk about it, was more than 3.6 crores cases across all levels. And these cases have already shot up to this level right now. So 4.5 crores. So these delays and inefficiency which are arising in the systems, it is of great concern. Whenever we talk about judicial reforms, we talk about the pendency of cases. We talk about that how pendency of cases is something very important, and it should be a part of the judicial reform. That is what we want. So effective judiciary should be there, expeditious, seriously taken system should be there, and everything should be handled with care. So what are the reasons for judicial delay? So there are a lot of things that persistence vacancies are there across India. If I talk about, there are vacancies, even the sanction strength of courts, that this is the strength of courts in the worst performing states, those vacancies exceed 30%. So what do you think the average waiting period in the court is? It is around, very much high, and it's around in 10 years, and 5 years in high courts and 10 years in the lower courts. So persisting vacancies are there. We have to work on that. Also, there is poor state of subordinate judiciary. So if I talk about the district courts across the country, they are suffering from inadequate infrastructure, and we cannot deny that. Poor working conditions are there. Lot of improvement in that sector also been taken up. That how we are going to digitally, when we're talking about digital things happening, can we bring in digital reform into that? Also, another reason is that the government is one of the biggest thing if I talk about the government's role over here. Now, the way the orders are drafted, right? The way the orders are drafted, that is also becoming something very important. That how much you are giving in for this particular reform also. Budgetary allocations, if I talk about, how much is the budget allocated to the judiciary? It is not even 0.09% of the GDP. And look at the pendency of cases. So these are the basic concerns when I am talking about in a wholesome way. But overall, the recent judgment is well approved. It's well appreciated by the people. That yes, now more expeditious things can be taken up, and yeah, it is going to affect the economy in a more positive way. Thank you. With this, we end the lecture here.